MSC TV. Now, guys, I'm so excited about today's video. How could I not do a video about the Champions League final? Obviously, it's been 8 years since that magical night in Munich in 2012 when we won the Champions League. Guys, I've even got the Chelsea shirt on for the occasion, and this is obviously the kit that we wore when we won the Champions League. Now, guys, Tom's letting the team down because he hasn't even got his shirt on.
Okay, it's just in the attic, so I can't find it, all right?
But anyway, so you're probably wondering what's Tom doing on this video. Well, actually, Tom was actually at Munich, and he was in the stadium. He witnessed that magical night. Like, he's so lucky. And my experience was very different. Tom was in the stadium and I was at home watching the game. But anyways, I thought, why not do like a little interview with Tom and just find out what the experience was like, because things like that are just magical. Like, you can never get an experience like that again. Like, that's an amazing memory for Tom to keep. So first things first, Tom, obviously when we got through to the final, what was your thoughts? Were you thinking, yeah, I'm going? Because obviously a lot of fans couldn't go because obviously there's only so many allocated tickets. It's obviously very expensive as well. So what were your thoughts? Was it just we're going? Like, what?
Me and my dad, we'd gone to Munich a few months before. Actually, we went to their game against Marseille, which they are in the quarterfinals. And so it was just like, oh, it's a nice place to go, Munich, and everything like that. And obviously Chelsea was just unexpected, well, very unexpected. And so it's like, as soon as Chelsea got through, I think they went through first. It was like, oh, can we go? We've been before. Could we go? Could we go there? And I think secretly my dad said, it was like, yeah, I'll see what we can do about it. It was like, oh, we'll see. And obviously Bayern Munich then getting there. It's like, okay, yep, we're going now. So it was just then obviously we've got all the flights sorted, got the tickets there and everything like that. And I can remember on the phone out we just sat there because we didn't go the usual way of getting the tickets. So I sat there in the hotel just like, oh God, where are the tickets? Then they arrived at 10 o'clock on the Friday night. I was like, oh, thank God, they're here. So no, it was just when Chelsea was there, it was like, okay, yeah, we could well go. And then as soon as it was Bayern Munich, it's like, yeah, we're definitely going now. We're going to do anything we can to get them. And so we definitely paid over the odds. But if we didn't go, we would always regretted not going.
Yeah. So
that's what it was.
Yeah. So what was the atmosphere like inside the stadium and outside?
Obviously you always have the Champions League final music played, but this day obviously for the final obviously did a special thing for it. It was done on a violin and an opera singer on there, and it was just sat there, just like, this is it. You start feeling all emotional and obviously they had their little choreography going on, saying trophy. Yeah, it went well there, didn't it, lads? And so no, it was just, I think it was probably about either 60-40, maybe even 70-30 Bayern. It's just a sea of red for pretty much 2/3 of the stadium. And then luckily we were in the Chelsea end, but we had dots of Bayern fans all around us. Although we had a couple of Chelsea fan pilots that we just celebrated wildly with when Didier scored the goal. In fact, we were sat up in the gods, but we were literally at the corner where Juan Mata took it, so we just saw it just bullet into the net.
And how did you feel when Didier Drogba scored that penalty?
I honestly cannot remember. It's just one of those where you just lose your mind. High fives all around, hugs all around. Because I was sat next to my brother, luckily, but my daddy was a few rows up, and so obviously we'd sure celebrate, kind of turn around and just like looking forward to yes, yeah, for like that. So no, it's just one of those moments where you're never gonna. The memory's in your head, but you're just never going to be able to rekindle it, sort of thing. It's just you can vaguely remember what it was like.
I'm not gonna lie. When I'm actually at Chelsea games, you get so excited that sometimes you forget how the goal was actually scored sometimes because you're too busy. It's just the adrenaline and everyone around you, and you're waiting. Everyone gets part of the seats if you're at a home game or whatever, because obviously on an away game you're standing already, and honestly it's wild. So, did you actually sit during the game? Like, how did it work? Were you like during the penalty shootout? I don't know why you even asked that question. I'm just interested.
No, I mean, I know we were pretty much sat through obviously when Chelsea scored, standing up or anything like that. As you really do as a fan, you can stand up if something happened or whatever like that. But I remember just sitting there as the corner came over. I was like, please, Juan, just put a good ball in, please. In fact, it was our only corner of the game as well. So like, please. And then obviously Drogba put it in, and then after that, it was on our feet for the rest of the game, really, obviously into extra time. Seeing all the actions happen down at the Chelsea goal, except obviously the penalties. But you had Bayern just constantly peppering our goal. Obviously the penalty save from Czech. But it was mad. And then once the penalty shootouts came down, it was like, okay, because all the time at home, if we watched a game, it'd always be we'd go down by the TV, me, my dad, and my brother. We just kind of sit there, just like, come on. Obviously, it never really worked out because I can always remember Chelsea would always lose penalty shootouts.
Oh,
evident in 2008.
We won't talk about that, will we?
Evident in 2008.
It's a happy video.
But there it was just like my dad kind of went down to obviously where all the steps sort of come up from where you come in from the stadium, so we all just kind of stood there, just like all there together, and just like obviously Mata missing the first penalty, and it's like, oh god, not this again. And then it was a blur after that. I mean, we were going down because we went down obviously close to the pitch for all the celebrations, obviously all the iconic pictures, Didier kind of running around pretending to drive with it and everything like that, and just.
And how old were you when you went to the Champions League?
I think I was 15.
Yeah.
I was 14 at the time, but I was turning 15 because I was born in July. So.
That's quite a young age to go and watch it. I mean, like, for example, like my dad, he's supported Chelsea for years, like since he was born, and he was there when like Chelsea was shit. Do you know what I mean? Like when Chelsea were really bad. So we were quite lucky for Chelsea to win the Champions League when we're quite young.
Exactly. Yeah. Sort of.
Really lucky to have that.
All Chelsea fans sort of our age always sort of just ridiculed us, like, just a plastic fan. But it's not our fault that our dad supported them when they were younger, and we just don't have money. Like that. Look at it, just think, look how many Premier Leagues, look how many Champions Leagues, and everything like that. So, but I can just remember. I can always remember going down, obviously because we'd knocked Tottenham out. Suddenly saw Harry Redknapp coming out. My dad shook his hand and was like, "Oh, sorry about the old Tottenham Harry," kind of sarcastic. He's like, it's fine. It's always good for English football. And so it's like, it's just those sorts of moments that they stick with and everything like that. So, yeah.
It's emotional talking about it.
It is. I mean, sorry, go.
No, go on.
No, I was just saying about all the time, sort of before the game and afterwards. I thought it was just a sea of red in the station and all just surrounding areas and things like that. And there was we were going down an escalator to the underground. And I can remember a Bayern fan shouting some rather rude words over to us, and it's like, all right, lads, cheers, lads. But then I could just remember on the way back in the tube after the game, there was a Bayern fan kind of just giving it all that. Obviously, doors were closed and just kind of swearing at all of us, kind of looking at us. And so I bought a Champions League scarf, so I sort of folded it up, so it said Champions, like, all right, lad, there you go, mate. You've just lost the title in your own stadium. Have that.
You can always say though, you were at the Champions League final 2012.
Exactly.
Like, that's something really special to say, because not many people would be able to say that. I know when you always meet my friends at football for the first time, and you're like, yeah, I was there in 2012, and everyone's like, really?
Because we were lucky enough to get to the game, but I remember there was a few Chelsea fans outside a hotel, and I don't know if they were staying there or if they knew someone was staying there and everything like that. And so they were just like, oh yeah, we driven 16 hours. We don't have a ticket. We just wanted to be here for it. I can imagine there were so many more like that as well in there. But obviously, just once we got to like the Odeonsplatz where all the Chelsea fans were in all the beer gardens. It was just beer was flowing. It was just having a good time and everything. Like that. You just assumed everyone was going the same place as we were. So yeah, it's just surreal. I mean, you can obviously recall things. And everything. I mean, apparently I was told that I was seen on Sky Sports News. And I was like, really? Well, but it's just surreal.
I remember when me and my dad watched it. Like, we were just watching it at home. Not all of us can get to.
It's same like my mum, really.
And yeah, me and Dad were watching it from home, and I remember just telling you before this Skype call that like we were just sat there, like Didier Drogba's penalty went in, and I've never like felt so nervous watching a game. Like, I was literally on the edge of my seat. Obviously, it meant the world to me, but as I said earlier on in the video, like my dad just saw us like lose and so many like important games like this, and he's been there when Chelsea have been like really like struggling, like all them years ago when Chelsea was shit, as I said, and it obviously meant the world to him. So he'd saw us like when John Terry slipped, obviously, and things like that. Obviously, I'd watched
Barcelona 2009 now.
Yeah, obviously I'd watched them games, but like for Dad, it obviously meant everything. And I remember when Didier Drogba scored the penalty, he just threw himself up in the air and fell on his back. Like, it was insane, like the feelings, like we were all just crying. Like, even my mum was like emotional, and my sister, and like they're not really into football, so it just meant everything to us. And we can say we won the Champions League, like, you know what I mean, that's something that Chelsea can say. We've got a Champions League trophy in our trophy cabinet, which is incredible. So yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, like you say, I can always just say, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. That's all I can say.
I've enjoyed listening to your experiences, Tom, and I hope everyone else has.
Yeah, so do I.
But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. As I said, it's a short and sweet video. Let me know down below all your memories of Munich. Like, were you there? Where were you watching the game? Let me know how you felt and everything. And thank you for watching Up the Tell. Bye.